Welcome to another new episode of the Get Organised with Declutter Me podcast with myself, Shelina. I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or you've been a loyal listener for a while, I'm so pleased to have you here. Your support truly means everything to me. Sharing my passion for decluttering and organising with you each week is such a joy, and I feel so lucky to do what I love. If you're enjoying the podcast, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could help spread the word, whether it's by following or subscribing, leaving a review, or sharing this episode with your friends and family. Your feedback makes all of the difference and helps me bring you helpful content. Today, we're talking about something that often gets overlooked when we discuss the benefits of organisation: how being organised can actually save you money. While it's easy to think of organising as just about having a tidy space or a clutter-free home, the financial benefits are just as powerful. I've seen this in my own life and through the work I do with my clients. Organising doesn't just make your space look good, it can also have a significant impact on your bank balance. So if you're wondering how getting organised could help save you money, stick with me as we explore how a little order can lead to some massive savings. Let's start with one of the most impactful ways organisation can save you money: preventing waste. When you're organised, you're far less likely to buy things you don't need, or worse, double up on items that you already have. How many times have you purchased something only to realise you already own it? Or perhaps even more frustrating, you discover it's been hiding in a drawer, a cupboard, or in the back of the fridge for months, unused, forgotten, and likely past its prime. Being organised means you have a clear picture of what you own at all times. You know exactly where things are, how many you have, and their condition. This can make all the difference when it comes to avoiding duplicate purchases. Whether it's kitchen essentials, beauty products, or even office supplies, organisation means you only buy what you need when you need it. Let's take your pantry or kitchen cupboards as a perfect example. How often have you found yourself rummaging through the shelves only to discover you've got 3 jars of pasta sauce but no cereal? When you organise your kitchen by grouping like items together, clearly labelling everything and rotating stock, you're able to easily see what you have and avoid unnecessary purchases. The same goes for your fridge. You can avoid buying fresh produce that will end up in the bin because you don't remember what you already have in stock. In your wardrobe, the same principle applies. A well-organised closet ensures that you know exactly what clothes you have, how often you wear them, and whether they still fit. This means you're less likely to impulse buy or forget about that jacket or pair of shoes you haven't worn in months. Instead, you can focus on investing in pieces that truly fit your needs and your style, avoiding those unplanned purchases that ultimately end up cluttering your space. And it's not just about avoiding duplicate purchases. Being organised also means you're less likely to let things expire or go to waste. This is especially important in areas like your kitchen or your bathroom. Food that's forgotten about in the back of the fridge, or toiletries and cosmetics that sit unused for too long, can quickly become waste. But when you see exactly what you have and know when it needs to be used up or replaced, you're in a much better equipped situation to keep everything in rotation and to prevent waste. The financial impact of this kind of organisation can be significant. According to some studies, the average household throws away a considerable amount of food each year, sometimes hundreds of pounds worth. By keeping your kitchen organised and knowing exactly what you've got, you can cut down on food waste, avoid the impulse buys, and ultimately save money that would otherwise be spent on items you don't need or end up throwing out. In the long run, this kind of organisation doesn't just save you a few quid or a few dirhams here and there. It can add up to hundreds of dirhams and pounds annually. Whether it's food, clothes, or household goods, organising your space can lead to smarter purchases, less waste, and a significantly reduced need to constantly restock. In essence, organising isn't just about creating a tidy home, it's about making your belongings work for you, not against you. And when everything has its place and is easily accessible, you can save money in ways you might never have imagined. We've all been there. Bills pile up, paperwork gets misplaced, and suddenly you're staring at a late fee for a bill you forgot to pay. It's frustrating, and even worse, it's money you could have easily avoided spending. Late fees are one of those sneaky expenses that tend to creep up when least expected. And the good news is, with a little organization, they're entirely avoidable. When your financial documents are organized, you have a much clearer picture of what needs to be paid, when, and in what amount. By setting up a system to track and manage your bills, your payments, and your subscriptions, you're far more likely to stay on top of deadlines and avoid those pesky penalties. One of the best ways to do this is by creating an organized filing system. Whether it's a traditional paper-based system or a digital one, I know many people still find it helpful to have physical folders for different categories, the utility bills, the credit card, the insurance, etc. But a growing number of people are turning to digital tools like apps and cloud storage solutions to help manage their financial documents more efficiently. These tools allow you to scan or even upload your bills, making them easily searchable and accessible. The key to reducing late fees is knowing exactly when things are due. Once you have your documents organized, you can set up reminders to ensure you never miss a payment again. Digital tools can be particularly helpful here. They often allow you to input due dates for each bill, and you can set up automatic alerts or even automatic payments so you don't have to worry about remembering each one. I have it for my credit card, that I have it set for a specific date, which is a few days before the due date, to pay the bill so that there is no issues. That one doesn't have a direct debit, but my other credit card has direct debit, and that just goes out, and I know, and I have a reminder to, remind myself to make sure that there's money in the account, which there is, but just in case, so that the credit card bill will be paid on that day. So do that, put calendar reminders to remind yourself. Another useful tip is to create a dedicated space for incoming bills. So if you're still dealing with physical paperwork, it can be helpful to have an action folder or a tray on your desk. As soon as bills come in, sort them into categories: urgent, for review, due soon, etc. And schedule specific times each week to review and pay them. If you're tackling your bills on a regular basis, it won't seem like such a daunting task, and you're far less likely to miss the payments. For expenses like subscriptions or memberships, it's worth keeping a digital or physical calendar where you list the renewal dates, whether it's for streaming services, gym memberships, or your magazine subscriptions. If you know when each one is due, you can ensure you cancel any that you no longer need before that renew and hit your account. I also have this with my Apple account, with the subscriptions that I have via my Apple account. I've set it up to have reminders on that system as well, so that I get an email saying this one is due for the annual subscription. Do you want to renew it? And you can click yes or no or change the account settings. So do that as well if you can. Beyond just saving the money, you save by avoiding late fees. There's an added bonus here: your credit score. Timely payments contribute to a healthy credit score, which can save you money in the long run by lowering interest rates on your loans or credit cards. On the other hand, missing payments or incurring late fees can damage your score, meaning you may end up paying higher interest rates when you do need to borrow money. Taking the time to organize your financial life, whether it's setting up a system for tracking bills or using technology to your advantage, can make a huge difference in keeping you on track with your payments. The financial savings from eliminating late fees and penalties, not to mention the peace of mind that comes with having everything in order, are well worth the effort. In essence, staying organized means you'll never have to worry about missing a deadline again, and it'll help you protect your hard-earned money from unnecessary charges. A little effort up front to get organized pays off significantly in the long run. Now let's talk about one of those areas where disorganization can cost you the most: the grocery store. If you're anything like me, you've probably experienced the chaos of last-minute grocery trips, rushing through aisles, grabbing the items off the shelf without a clear plan, and inevitably buying things you don't actually need. Usually it's crisps for me. And how many times have you filled your fridge with fresh produce only to watch it go bad before you use it? It's frustrating, not only wasteful, but being organized, particularly in your kitchen, can completely change the game. The secret here is meal planning and prepping. These are two powerful tools that not only save you time during the week, but can also save you money. When you have a clear plan for your meals, you're far less likely to make impulse purchases or buy ingredients you already have on hand. The key to saving money at the grocery store starts with knowing exactly what you've got in your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer. When everything is organized and visible, you can plan your meals around what you already own, which drastically reduces the chance of you buying duplicate items. For example, if you see that you've got a half-used packet of rice or a jar of pasta sauce sitting in your cupboard, you can incorporate those items into your meal plan rather than buying more. Instead of wandering the aisles, wondering what you're missing or what you feel like eating, you'll have a list of specific meals in mind. That's where the real savings start to kick in. You'll stop wasting money on food you don't need, and you'll waste less food overall because you'll be using up what you've got before it spoils. Another major benefit of meal planning is reducing the chances of buying things that you don't actually need. We've all been there, picking up random items that just because they're on sale or because we think we might need them one day. When you've planned your meals and organised your shopping list accordingly, you're more focused on what's necessary and less likely to make impulse buys. A well-organised kitchen also makes it much easier to stick to your list. You won't be tempted to throw that extra packet of biscuits or a bag of crisps into the trolley because your organised kitchen reminds you of what you actually need to make, which are balanced meals. I've seen this work wonders for clients. By introducing simple systems like weekly meal planning, keeping a running inventory of what's in their fridge and freezer, and sticking to a shopping list, they've cut their grocery bills by as much as 30%. The savings are real, and not just from buying fewer items, but also from wasting less food. Think about how often you've had to throw away fruit, vegetables, or leftovers because they've gone bad, because you've not had the chance to use them. A little organisation can go a long way in reducing that waste, which in turn cuts down your food expenses. Meal prepping also plays a key role here. When you take a few hours on the weekend to prepare meals in advance, you're not only saving time during the busy week, but you're also ensuring that you have a healthy, home-cooked meal ready to go. This means you're less likely to rely on takeaways or pre-packaged convenience foods, which are often more expensive and less nutritious. The beauty of meal planning and prepping is that it's a flexible system that works for any household, whether you're cooking for one or for a family. You don't have to follow strict recipes or meal plans, just an organized approach to what you already have, what you need, and how you use it efficiently. When your kitchen is set up to support this kind of organization, you'll find that the money you save at the grocery store adds up tenfold. One of the most powerful ways that being organized saves you money is by giving you a clear picture of your finances. When your financial paperwork is organized, it's much easier to track spending, manage budgets, and identify areas where you can cut back. Being organized with your finances means you're also in a better position to make smarter decisions about saving and investing. You can find the best deals, shop around for better insurance rates, and plan for your financial future with more clarity. I covered organizing your finances and budget in detail in episode 306. I'll include a link to the episode in the show notes for you. Here's something I talk about quite a bit with my clients. Once you start decluttering, you'll inevitably come across things that you no longer need or use. It's natural. We all accumulate things over time that no longer serve us. Instead of letting these items sit around, gathering dust in a forgotten corner, why not turn them into cash? Whether it's selling it online, holding a garage sale, or even donating to a charity shop, getting rid of unwanted stuff can open up new opportunities for extra cash flow. The great thing about it is that it's a win-win situation. Not only are you decluttering your space and creating a more organized environment, but you're also making a room for things that you truly want and need. This process of getting rid of excess can be incredibly liberating, and the added benefit of turning items into cash makes it even more rewarding. You're not just tidying up your home, you're taking action that benefits both your mental clarity and your finances. For example, I personally experienced this. Last year, I decided to sell clothes I had left in my home in the UK on Vinted. I've been seeing Vinted on social media for a long time, years, I think. And I never used it because, I come back and forth from Dubai and London. While I didn't make a huge amount of money, it was a nice little bit of extra income. More importantly, it felt really good knowing that my clothes weren't going to waste, but instead were being passed on to someone who would actually use it. It was a much better alternative than them ending up in a landfill, and the small earnings I made could be put to good use, mostly paying off my credit card bill. Turning your unwanted items into cash can be a particularly useful way to boost your financial health. You could use that extra money to pay off debt, which is always a smart move, or put it into a savings for a rainy day. If there's something you've been eyeing for a while, whether it's a short holiday, a special treat, or something for your home, that little extra cash could fund it. For me, it was a reminder that every little bit adds up, and decluttering doesn't just clear physical space, it can create new possibilities for your life. In addition to selling things online, there are also other ways to declutter with a financial benefit. Holding a garage or a flea market is another great option, and it's an efficient way to clear out larger items you no longer need while interacting with your local community. You'll be surprised at how much people are willing to buy, even if for things that seem trivial to you. This could also serve as a way to meet new people or network while clearing your home of unwanted goods. And let's not forget about donating items to charity shops or to people who can benefit from them. It's another form of value. While this doesn't always result in cash, it still has its own rewards. You're not only decluttering, but you're also giving back, helping those in need while freeing up space in your home. It's all about making conscious decisions that align with your values. In the end, the act of turning clutter into cash is just one of the many ways that decluttering can support both your mental well-being and your financial health. It's a process of getting rid of what no longer serves you and making room for things that truly do matter, all while putting extra money into your pocket. Whether you're using the funds for practical purposes like paying down debt, or simply indulging in something that brings you happiness, decluttering truly has the potential to give you more than just a clean home. It can give you more freedom and control over your finances. When we look at all the ways of being organised can save your money, it's clear that it's not just about aesthetics or creating a tidy home. Organisation directly impacts your spending habits, your financial management, and your overall approach to life. Whether you're preventing waste, avoiding late fees, making smarter purchases, or simply selling things you no longer need, the financial benefits are undeniable. So if you're looking for a way to free up some cash and reduce your financial stress, I highly recommend getting organised. Start small, pick one area of your home or your life, and begin to bring some order to the chaos. Remember, it doesn't happen overnight, but over time, the savings will add up. Thanks so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope you're feeling inspired to get organised and to start saving money. Don't forget to subscribe to the Get Organised with Declutter Me podcast for more tips. And if you found today's episode helpful, I'd love for you to leave a review. Thanks so much for listening again. Take care. Bye.